Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this. I much appreciate it. Before I get into anything, it'll be in the description if I remember to put it there. If not, hound me that I didn't and call me a fool. My artist just released a coloring book of some of her old sketches that she never fully did. She's gonna release a couple of them. It's only $12 on Amazon. So if you'd like to support my artist for all the great things, or just want a good, cool coloring book, and the link in the description. Anyway, we're running the classic Arbites build because it's currently like 10 o'clock at night and I got to get up at 4:30. We got the Spearhead Bolt Gun with Shattering Impact Cavalcade. We also have the Thunderous and Relentless Strikes on the Arbites Shock Wall. Then for the talents, we have No Escape, Withering Fire, Hammer of Judgment, Force of Will, Shield Plates, Voltaic Shockbind, Arbitrator Armor, Ammo Belt, Concussive, Suppression Protocols, Breaking Descent, Plasteel Plates with Nuncio Aquila, Inspiring Resuscitation, Fear of Justice, Arbites Revulatum, Justified Measures, Street Smarts, Target Priority, Monstrosity Hunter, Hold the Line, Drive Them Back, Strike Down, Forceful, Will of the Lex, Arbites Vigilant, and Targets Acquired. That's the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? Alrighty, and we're in. I think I'm spiritually Chinese. You know? And I don't mean that as a bit. I think in a just universe, I would be born in a place that has more. I would be born and live in a place that has more Chinese or Asian, just Asian supermarkets or convenience stores. I see. Because every time I've been into an Asian supermarket or store or whatever, I've always been overjoyed by the stuff there. And the vibes are always insane. At least, because I went to one today. Because I went to a city in California called the city of, what is it called? It's not the City of Liberty. It's not the City of Progress. What was it? City of Industry. It's literally called the City of Industry. I think, judging from the people I saw working at Costco, I think it's a very heavy Asian population in the town. And across from the Costco, there was a TS Emporium, which is a Chinese supermarket. Because so TLDR, my job sent me to the wrong store. They gave me the wrong address, and when I got it sorted out, I realized I left my water bottle at the wrong store. Luckily, I'm going to that store in the morning, for sure. So I just called up. I literally called the food court, and it's like, hey, I think I left a pink water bottle with some stickers on it. Did you see it? And he was like, oh yeah, I see it. And it's like, could you just throw it in the break room for me or whatever? He's like, yeah, I got you, bro. I was like, thanks, man. You're cheap. So I went, and I was like, well, I'm thirsty. I need a water bottle. I need something I can fill with water. Whether or not it has contents formerly, or if it's just a water bottle itself. So I went there, and it was a little hard to navigate because I don't read Chinese. But I found the drink aisle. And there were water bottles there, but they were just little standard water bottles. That's not big enough. So I went, and in that aisle there was also tea, and it was very much like I don't know if you've ever watched anime or whatever. Those square bottles of tea, they're pretty big. I was like, ooh, maybe I get one of those. I didn't get one of the square ones. I did get a pretty big bottle of peach white tea, because I love peach tea, if you know anything about me. But also in there was a Vietnamese coffee, the brand's Pocas or something, P-A-C-A-S, or P-O-C-A-S or whatever. And it was these are canned and bottled drinks, so they're not fancy by any stretch of the imagination. These are, as I said, these are just Asian convenience store items. And the tea was pretty good. It wasn't super sweet, which I was kind of surprised by, because is a white tea. And all the white teas I've ever had have been on the sweeter end, but that's mostly because the only white tea I've ever had was like from Starbucks or like from an American restaurant. So I expected it to be a little sweeter than it was. But no, it wasn't too sweet, but it wasn't like bitter. It was definitely on like the sweeter, especially like compared to like black tea or green tea. But what was really nice about the Vietnamese coffee, and in fact I'm tempted to look on Amazon to see if I can get a case of it. It was the ingredients, like sugar was not even like in the first like 7 ingredients, which is really nice. So it wasn't really sweet, which is like always a thing with like, canned coffee by like Monster Energy or Starbucks or whatever. Or like, pretty much any American brand, is that the coffee has a lot of sugar in it. So the caffeine is nice, and that's why I got the coffee. It's like, I'd like some caffeine. But then there's always that sort of like sugar crash that's inevitable. But since there was so little sugar in this, that crash actually never came after drinking it. It's very nice. And one thing that was also interesting is that I don't know if this is a standard thing for like coffee brands in general, but it was skim milk with whole milk powder. So they kind of like cheated whole milk, but it wasn't as viscous or as thick as whole milk, like actual whole milk would have made it. So it was actually it was very smooth, and it didn't give me any tummy rumblies. Not that I'm not like, I'm not lactose intolerant at all, but whole milk still can be a little. Still be a bit rough, right? There we are. It was very good. And the tea was pretty good. And then I just kind of did my job. What was really nice though, I did, like, as I said, every time I've been to like an Asian supermarket or store or whatever, I've never been disappointed with what I got. And I kind of wish that I got off a little earlier so that I could actually like went to the store and bought like some food and stuff from there, because they had like, they had seaweed like wraps and stuff and it was like looked really good and I wanted it. But alas, maybe I'm saying, why don't you just get some for lunch? I had prepackaged my lunch and I was not hungry, so that's why. I should have threw my other grenade before picking that box up. There we are. Yeah, there are a lot of places, especially in California, where the areas are just like, yes, this is an American city, but this is spiritedly Chinese or spiritedly Vietnamese or just spiritedly Asian in some way. Which is good, because I like food. There's also a K-barbecue spot near the Costco I was at, but obviously I wasn't there. I don't have. Sorry, I got locked in for a second. I didn't have any, I got food at home. So. Maybe if it was, a different time. I will say the drive back is wasn't bad. There was not any traffic on the drive back. So it's just a very nice, calm, cool. Also, I'm gonna say something, and this might sound perhaps a little, maybe a little racist. I don't mean it that way, but I've noticed something that I think this is the case mostly with like Vietnamese and like Chinese. I don't want to like generalize every Asian, but like every like Chinese person or like Taiwanese person, there's a difference. Or even Vietnamese. I know that was like born like or like speaks fluent English, like English is a first language for them. Their voice is really deep compared to people like from those countries that learned English where they have a much like higher pitched voice. Maybe that's me just like hearing things, but I noticed that trend, and I don't know if that's just like accent difference or if I'm losing my mind.
Data stream ceased. You are certain you installed the data interrogator correctly?
Huge. At least that, you know, out of the people I know and the people I've like talked to, that just seems to be the truth. If it is like maybe just a coincidence and I just lost my mind, that's fine.
Survival's not likely, but mission success is still possible. Indeed, Pilgrim. In the striving we find purpose.
What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Peak showed off a teaser for the new mission. It looked pretty cool. Or the new biome. Speaking of spiritually Asian or Chinese, I suppose perhaps Japanese in this one. Ghost of Yotai seems to be doing pretty good. Also, some quote-unquote 40k fans, I say with heavy... Oh, just like that, huh? Are trying to call Mechanicus 2 woke garbage because there's a female Necron in it. Just goes to show how much these guys actually care about the lore. There we go. Just like that.
This is not how I saw my career.
What was I gonna say? I followed the thing. Oh yeah, one cool thing my job did do was I was talking to like my boss lady, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry this happened. This was a complete mistake. If you could just make your way over there, I know it's a bit of a drive, and that's okay. Just make sure you track your hours, stay clocked in if you've already clocked in, or clock in if you haven't already. I had it already at the time. Get over there, and then make sure you track your hours for the drive from Rancho, from your home to Rancho, and from Rancho to there to the city of industry, and on the way, and the drive home, so we can reimburse you for the gas. That's cool. We have a job already reimburses me for the gas. But yeah. Yeah, I will say, they also, gave me a loadout, which is essentially a big old like 75-pound like piece of kit that I have to take down and put in my car. However, I got it in my car eventually, but I will say, I really hope they don't give me too many of those. I think she said she wouldn't because I did call and was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I got it in there, but this shit is not working. Like, I had to jam it in there. Like, I have a 2003 Honda Accord. Yeah, my car is long, but my car does not have the verticality needed for this item. So hopefully I don't get too many of those. Because holy shit, that was rough. I don't even know how I'm going to get it out tomorrow. That's a tomorrow me problem. Today me has to record this video and go to bed.
Brace your fate. Find your feet.
Actually, drop the meds too. Just put the stim in. Where the f is this dog? Oh yeah, Cinder, the VTuber who like harassed and bullied like a bunch of other VTubers or whatever, essentially like kind of bullied them. She's trying to make a comeback. She posted a 1,000-page, well, what she said was a 1,000-page Google Baki. It wasn't 1,000 pages. It was only like 677, which is still insane. But the fact that she said she posted had 1,000 pages of proof that she was innocent, even though she definitely wasn't and isn't and is a piece of shit. Let me just put it in perspective. The End of Death, Volume 1 and 2 is a little over 1,000 pages. Master of Mankind is only 468 pages. So, a truly insane amount. And did I read all 1,000 pages? Fuck no. Am I going to? Also fuck no. However, I did read some TLDR. In the first, like, page, she contradicts herself. Like, an insane amount. She said, like, I was never jealous of my friends. And then she's like, I saw the other VTubers as competition. It's like, yeah, that's a contradiction. Objection. Objection. That's a contradiction. And let me give you the real 5-year-old what happened, okay? Cinder realized that things aren't free, and she was running out of money. So she decided to try to make a comeback with the parasocial relationships she's undoubtedly built with a large amount of fans. So she's gonna those people that are gonna come back. She's gonna milk them dry for all their money to pay her bills, because you know.
What you think is your business.
Also, like the VTuber community, when it comes to like the big VTubers and even a lot of small VTubers too, it's literally like high school locker room drama. Like, if I have to see another Google docu about a VTuber, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, settle the shit behind closed doors. It's better for you. It's better for you. You know, or, you know, if you can settle it legally, settle it legally. Don't talk shit about it.
What became of it?
But it's just like, man. I mean, it makes sense, because these people probably didn't, like...
You deliver judgment as one born to it, Veteran.
They didn't have, like, real... It's not... I don't want to say they didn't have real jobs. A lot of YouTubers obviously had jobs for. Models ain't cheap, yo. Like, they have no, like, true experience in the real world. And, like, they're in this entertainment media where, like, a lot of YouTubers adapted pretty quickly. Oh, yeah, Markiplier got married, by the way. But, like, it feels like VTubers have never, like... One, like, there's, like, it's a 4chan schizo post where, like, a lot of VTubers, like, managers are actually just, like, their boyfriends, which is probably true, right? And that's fine. Yeah, I'm not, like, one of those guys that loses their shit over a VTuber having a girlfriend. But, like, those, like, just because you call yourself a manager doesn't mean you know how to be a manager. Like, there's more to being a manager than just, like, DMing people that the VTuber doesn't want to herself, you know? Like, yeah, like, no media training, no PR training, no learning when to keep your mouth shut. You know? Like, wow, all these people are just awful. Like, a lot of these people are just awful. Like, for example, there was a bit of Overwatch YouTuber drama with SK and Warren. I don't know, I think, like, Warren's, like, a piece of shit or whatever. But, like, SK, like, Warren is a piece of shit at the end of the day. But, like, the streamer SK thought, like, something more malicious was going on. And it was a little bit, like, start off as, like, some Twitter beef kind of vibe. But then she just, apparently her and Warren, like, talked and it fixed and, like, kind of, like, not necessarily, like, fixed it, but, like, came to a more of an understanding. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, they settled it in Twitter DMs. They didn't fucking hash it out or post a 10 million page Google document. I mean, like, call-out posts are, like, sometimes necessary if someone's, like, a genuine piece of shit. And, like, Cinder is a genuine piece of shit, but I'm also just making huge sweeping generalizations. Like, sometimes you just gotta be like, I think, like, Cinder's situation is different because obviously there's a lot more heinous, like, direct harassment and bullying. But if someone's just, like, a piece of shit behind the scenes, just, and if you need to tell the world about it, don't do, like, a whole Google document, right? Like, there does not need to be a Google doc for someone saying mean things to you in a Discord. You could just, like, tweet a picture and be like, wow, this guy's a piece of shit. This guy's hurting my feelings. Fuck this guy. And we're out of there.
Out! Into shadow, out of sight.
Whew. That was a quick one. I mean, that mission's never that. That mission can take a long time, but generally it's pretty quick.
Well, alrighty. If you missed part of the video, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother, but you better brush your teeth. Now have a good one. Bye-bye.